Folks, for some reason, it just keeps getting worse. I don't know how. So I come back from work, I'm enjoying my normal life. And then I see Destiny shit talking Vaush about being a sexual predator, sexual harassment for the whole Poppy incident in 2019, which I do not care for the context because my whole thing is sexual harassment is bad, right? Because sexual harassment is not a good thing to advocate for. So the best thing to do is address it, publicly apologize, and move on. Know that you're never going to get full forgiveness because you did sexually harass somebody, and just move on. That's my take on that. As a Vaush. Now, if you bring this up whenever someone wants to talk about sexual topics in general or criticize you in general, it means that you don't really care about their forgiveness or even the thought of speaking up about the thing that they did in the past. You just want to hold that thing over their head forever so they can't talk to you or talk down to you whenever they have a conversation. Like, for example, when it comes to Destiny here, he's deleted most tweets that reference this, but basically, it's right here. So when Vaush is saying one of the most disgusting consequences by far of the latest Destiny drama is people acting like being attacked, victim blame is natural external consequences, like I was saying in my last video, where Destiny thinks just being raped or attacked is a default setting, is going to happen, right? Instead of attacking Vaush's points, which can be attacked, right? You can say, oh, you framed my position wrong, I meant this, you misunderstood me. He instead goes to, hey, remember in 2019 when you sexually harassed somebody? Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? Oh my God. Yeah, 4 years ago, 2019 was pretty bad. And again, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, sexual harassment is bad, and you should not be expected forgiveness over that. But let's just say, coincidentally, if there was an incident where Destiny was to so happen to sexually harass somebody, where there just so happened to be a video and that person just so happened to not like to be sexually touched at the exact moment, wouldn't that make this entire argument of basically trying to cancel someone who criticized you over anything sexual in general really fucking weird and really sort of not at all relevant? Well, fortunately, there's context for that. So again, I'm not a person for hypocrisy. However, I do love it when hypocritical standards they're just being thrown everywhere. So everyone's flinging it. I'm also flinging myself. So I think this is from a couple years ago. It's like 6-7 years ago, I think. And the context I'm getting is that this person right here sitting on Destiny's lap is a porn star. And I was thinking about this for quite some time. And I really feel like if you're able to sexually harass a porn star who wants to fuck 24/7, you are a deviant. You are a deviant. You are a demon. You need to be locked in jail. Unironically. That shit is insane to me. That is not saying porn stars want to be sexually harassed. I'm just saying they're more open to having sex all the time. So if you find a way to invade their privacy and boundaries, then that's like some talent, savant type shit.
Drink. Not that you never drank. Okay.
I know, right? If I was a real friend, I would make you. Okay.
Okay, stop.
Go. Oh my God.
Yeah, because my thing about this too is that the context I've been seeing on the Reddit and even on this Twitter in general is that he's talked about it in the past. They were fucking, it's okay, there's implied consent there, and yada, yada, yada. But my thing is, if this shit is bad, right? If what Vaush has done was bad in the past, basically sexually harassing Poppy in 2019, then how is this not bad at all? And even if hypothetically Destiny has apologized, if Vaush also apologized as well, then why all of a sudden is it bad when a Vaush situation happens, but when that situation happens, it's all right. Just shut the fuck up. Shut up. No matter. I really just, I don't understand. Like I've been trying to fully grasp as to why he's like this, why he's fully basing everything on this point just purely off of pissing people off. One thing I can think of is that he thinks that talking this way and pissing people off is going to get people to understand that no matter what he says, he's right. It's just not the case. From what I've seen, I think it might be in this actual VOD actually. He did talk to a couple people on stream about sexual harassment and the boundaries and the third. And again, going off the Reddit, because I'm a Redditor, I've seen a lot of comments off the Reddit basically saying that yes, the discussion was very nuanced and this was nothing inflammatory like it was on Twitter. And I wish he addressed the stuff like this on Twitter like he did, which is really fucking weird. It's entirely, and I really don't get like how you have a take, right? So I guess to put it in a different way. So my take would be, for example, on Twitter, I hate white people. They're fucking stupid. And every time I meet a white person, they all want to basically make me become their slave, right? And I talk to somebody who is well known and well versed about race issues, and then I go, well, you know, when it comes to white people in general, they aren't really well versed when it comes to black experiences. They want to touch my hair, which I'm very uncomfortable with because it's just dehumanizes me. And also on top of that, I do believe that white people are understanding that if you give them a bit more context, they can actually, like, I go into a nuanced discussion. It's nothing like the stuff I said on Twitter. It's almost like I'm framing the situation to the point where my audience, so only people who are going to be listening to me, because people who actually saw my inflammatory takes on Twitter aren't going to listen to my shit on stream, obviously. They're going to take away like, oh, this is what they're mad about? Are you serious? Lefties on Twitter are fucking stupid and dumb. What the fuck's wrong with these guys? And it just completely isolates the fans even further. And there's been a bunch of takes on the DGG subreddit as well, basically saying you're all idiots for not understanding his base take. You're all fucking dumb. You're all fucking stupid. You're all fucking idiots. And I do find it funny seeing Destiny deleting his tweets yet again. It is quite a spectacle. So I guess the full context of this entire D-Man, V-Man lore here is the stuff I read here, and then there's the logs, and then here's Vaush directly saying the critical difference between so we have here, I do like how you people constantly act like this is some sort of tremendous secret as opposed to something I publicly acknowledge. Like, it's nothing too, right? Like, as far as doing a bad action for a public figure, you only have two options. Either you ignore it or you address it. There's no other options, right? You can address it shittily, you can address it fantastically, or you can ignore it, right? No other option, right? And the thing is, Destiny's response here isn't, oh, wow, you've addressed this? Give me proof. I want to see proof that you actually addressed this. Because if you actually did address this, then I'd be understanding, because my whole point of doing this was to make sure that you understood that this shit is bad, right? But no, that's not his point. Because if that was his point, he would have done it in spite to bring it up against Vaush whenever Vaush talked about sexual topics like before. So, in response to that, and then Vaush drops a clip we saw before, and then Destiny memes out of the context of the clip, which is sort of telling me that he doesn't want to engage in any arguments or conversations in general around any of his topics whatsoever. He just wants to say something shitty, say something very inflammatory, say something wrong, and then get mad at people for interpreting it in the exact way he framed it. This is basically Destiny's Twitter. And then he just deletes everything afterwards. I mentioned this multiple times. This man needs to get off the internet. I've been a DGGer for about, I think, 3 months now. Yeah, 3 months, yeah, since I started the channel. A little bit before that as well. I like his stream, you know. I like watching like his occasional drama segments when he interviews people. Like, I think the last stream I watched was when he was interviewing a UN student between the Ukraine and the Russia situation. You know, I am invested in the subreddit community as well. I love the Destiny subreddit. You know, they're pretty cool. But this shit constantly happening makes me question whether or not he actually genuinely believes that he's actually doing something well here, or he just knows he's pissing people off and he likes the thought of that. Because I had a theory, right? And and I also looked at a couple of the subreddits in the Destiny subreddit, because then one of my favorite subreddits, and one person said there's a problem with debate bros, right? A debate bro brain situation where essentially you don't view conversations as what they are, just back and forth words, conversations, words form sentences, sentences form ideas, ideas form concepts. I don't fucking know how that works. But you view it as a winning an argument, right? So whenever someone says, "Hey, I don't like the color of your shirt," and you go, "Well, bitch, this shirt was made with expensive gold red linen. You don't know shit about this. This is diamond printed, bitch. 20,000. You don't know shit about value." Like, you're basically trying to tell them that their view and opinion is irrelevant because my shit that they're shitting on is actually valuable. You know, a horrible example, but the point of that is basically to say that conversation wasn't about, you know, back and forth. It was about me shitting on you because you got something wrong about an impression of me. And that's how a lot of debate bro-esque things are formatted, right? Because conversation isn't just words in most instances, it's something you have to win. It isn't necessarily a thing that is susceptible to nuance, right? Like when Destiny says, and I quote, "You're going to get raped anyway," or "Hey, maybe you just shouldn't have sex," in response to someone saying, "I did get raped and I did say no," then he isn't interested in talking about the nuances of how complicated consent is and also how terrifying fight or flight reaction is. No. He's more interested in making sure people understand that, hey, I want you to say no to being raped because we're going to always be raped because rape always happens. Because this is the same take that you could have with the whole online shit, right? Why be on the internet? Why talk shit about yourself? Why say anything at all personal when people can just spin that around on you back in your head? So don't bring anything up personally. Log off. Don't go on the internet. But the problem with that is it's not addressing the problem. The problem isn't you saying your personal shit. The problem is people using personal shit against you. Now, again, you should be worried about using your personal shit on the internet because more people are willing to do that. However, it is still their fault because they're willing to do that in general. Again, it all goes back to choosing where you want to put your focus at when it comes to a situation where the victim may not seem as salient as they originally once were, right? Because at the end of the day, for example, if Destiny, which I think he does in I think it was in a Riverboat Jack tweet, I gotta find out later. But basically he said, "What do you fucking know about my life? What the fuck you fucking know about my story? I've been sexually assaulted, got scars on my back, and a third." That is trauma dumping, right? The same shit that he is condemning a rape victim for not really being good at disclosing their information. Like, she shouldn't disclose their information on the internet because someone's gonna dunk on her. But at the same time, he trauma dumps every single chance he gets. Again, this hypocrisy here coming from him is golden, it's weird, it's odd, it's out of place because he is just riddled with hypocrisies. Because the thing is, he doesn't care about consistency. He just wants people mad. That's it. That's all this is. He just wants people mad at him at all times so he can practice his debate skills, right? And I feel like there's more ways to practice debate skills other than pissing people off on purpose. That's my whole take on this. Like, I hope this doesn't develop any further because seeing him delete all of his tweets, or most of them in general, because he only has 22 tweets now, which is just, that's not how we're supposed to do that. Oh, this, by the way, this was a meme from a subreddit making fun of him, but I think also trying to, I don't fucking know, but I took it as making fun of him, and then he took that as like, oh, this is a joke to ya. But the problem is with the subreddit posting this, it could be a meme because their position could be making fun of you because they think it's ridiculous. But if you post this and your actual position is you're going to get raped regardless of what you do, so shut the fuck up and take it. Well, he didn't say the last part, but you might as well say the last part because he said giga chat, rape, whatever. Then posting this meme kind of suggests that you actually believe this. Another example. I'm so good at these examples, right? I'm just Black History Month. I'm perfect at it. If I said, hey, white people are dumb as shit, they don't know shit about shit, and they don't deserve to be in any space where black people are. And then I post a meme where it's like, man, I sure love it when white people fucking die of COVID. That's wow, oh my god. You're gonna have questions, right? You're gonna start asking like, whoa, do you actually want white people to die? Like, what is going on? You actually admit it before. I want to see what happens to Chud Logic, what happens to Doomer Politics, and what happens to Relevant here. I haven't seen Relevant response to this yet, but those three people are like the core Destiny orbiters, which I want to talk about Chud Logic later on. And their response to this is going to be very telling to their future careers in Twitch and YouTube, because basically, if they're willing to ride or die Destiny on this specific topic here, then that tells me that they basically just don't care what he says. He is their cloud daddy, and he would anything he does is worthy of gold. It's worth his weight in gold, which doesn't make them the most salient people to listen to for any critiques and a third. Because again, if there's any bias to have whatsoever, they lean heavily on it, and they won't critically apply any knowledge that they have to any topic whatsoever without being as biased about it again. All right, that's it. Jesus Christ, I was updating that. I hope Destiny gets off Twitter, for fuck's sake, man. Just log off, man. Holy shit. Like, the thing is, I am obsessed in terming online, right? I am, right? I truly am. But I don't have shit takes. So, yeah. See ya.